United States, an invasion is underway. Not of aliens, not of zombies, but of animals. Some were brought here as pets, others as farm helpers, and a few simply snuck in. Now they're spreading across the country, wreaking havoc on ecosystems. Today, we're counting down the top 10 invasive animals in the USA, from flying fish to swamp rats to tusked marauders. Get ready, because this is nature unleashed. The common carp, Cyprinus carpio. Introduced in the 1800s as a prize food fish, they now dominate lakes and rivers across the Midwest. As bottom feeders, carp stir up mud and rip plants from the roots, turning clear waters into murky wastelands. Native fish lose food, shelter, and spawning grounds. Predators like bass or herons may take the young, but adults often weigh over 30 pounds, making them a challenge to tackle. And here's a quirky fact. Startled carp can leap out of the water, sometimes landing right in people's boats. Surprise! The house sparrow, Passer domesticus, small, scrappy, and introduced to New York in 1851. These birds spread across the continent with astonishing speed, pushing out native bluebirds and swallows. They steal nesting holes and dominate feeders with their aggressive nature. Hawks, owls, and cats may pick them off, but their numbers, in the hundreds of millions, are unstoppable. And fun fact, house sparrows are one of the most widespread birds on Earth, living alongside humans almost everywhere. Small bird, big conqueror. The nutria, Myocastor coipus, giant swamp rats with orange teeth and a bottomless appetite. Imported from South America for fur, they escaped and spread through wetlands, especially in Louisiana. They feast on roots and shoots, tearing up marshes and leaving behind barren mudflats. Alligators and coyotes hunt them, but nutria breed faster than predators can keep up to 3 litters a year. And yes, those bright orange teeth, they're strengthened with iron, chewing through America's wetlands one bite at a time. The European starling, Sturnus vulgaris, released in New York by Shakespeare fans in the 1890s. Their dream of poetry turned into a farmer's nightmare. Today, 200 million starlings blanket the skies. Their swirling murmurations are breathtaking, but on the ground, they outcompete songbirds and strip farmland bare. Predators like hawks take some, but their population is simply too vast. Starlings are expert mimics. They can copy car alarms, phones, even human voices, a pest with personality. The zebra mussel, Dreissena polymorpha. Small shells, massive destruction. Brought in by cargo ships in the 1980s, they quickly spread across the Great Lakes. These tiny invaders attach to everything. Boats, docks, even water pipes, clogging systems and costing billions. Ducks and fish eat some, but they reproduce at insane rates. A single female can lay 1 million eggs in one season. Proof that you don't need to be big to cause big trouble. The lionfish, Pteroi volitans and Pteroi miles. Native to the Indo-Pacific, but released into the Atlantic by aquarium owners. Their flowing fins and bold stripes hide venomous spines. On Caribbean reefs, lionfish eat anything that fits in their mouths. Shrimp, crabs, reef fish. Few predators dare touch them. Sharks and groupers try, but most stay away. Fun fact, one lionfish can eat over 30 prey items in a single meal. They don't just hunt, they gorge. Beautiful, yes, but beauty can be deadly. Asian carp. Introduced in the 1960s to clean fish farms, they escaped into rivers, and the rest is chaos. They strip waters of plankton, starving out native fish. And silver carp have a notorious habit, leaping out of the water when startled by boat engines. Some boaters have been knocked out cold by flying fish. Once they reach 50 or even 100 pounds, few predators can control them. These carp aren't just invasive, they're airborne. The brown tree snake, Boiga irregularis, a stowaway that slipped into Guam after World War II. The island's birds had no defenses, and the snake quickly devoured them. Some species are now extinct. Even lizards and mammals vanished under its relentless appetite. With no natural predators, the population soared into the millions. And here's a shocking twist. Literally, these snakes often crawl onto power lines, short-circuiting electricity and causing island-wide blackouts. One stowaway snake and an entire ecosystem silenced. At number 2, the Burmese python, Python bivitatus, a giant from Southeast Asia, now ruling Florida's Everglades. They grow over 18 feet long and swallow prey as large as deer. Since their arrival, mammal populations in the Everglades have crashed by over 90%. Predators? Almost none once they're full grown. Only humans pose a challenge, and hunting barely dents their numbers. Fun fact, they can unhinge their jaws to swallow prey larger than their heads. Watching one devour a deer is something you won't forget. Silent, powerful, and unstoppable. The python is rewriting Florida's food chain. And at number 1, the feral hog, scrofa. Descended from farm pigs and wild boars, these hybrids now roam over 35 states. They root up fields, destroy crops, pollute streams, and even kill small animals. Their damage costs billions each year. Few predators can stop them. Wolves, cougars, and gators may snag a piglet, but adults are too tough. And with 2 litters a year, up to a dozen piglets each time, their population explodes. Fun fact, feral hogs are smarter than most dogs. They outwit traps, dodge hunters, and remember danger zones. Farm animal? Hardly. The feral hog is America's ultimate invader. So there you have it, 10 of the most destructive invasive animals in the United States. From fish that fly to snakes that swallow alligators, each one tells the same story. A new arrival can change an ecosystem forever. But here's the twist. The most invasive species of all is us. Humans brought these animals here. We opened the doors and nature is still paying the price because the invasion isn't over and the next chapter is already being written. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check the description for sources and links to learn more.